Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel, the first video in my new YouTube channel. The reason we're starting this week is we're in the west coast of Scotland, currently on the Deerdale hike, 6.5 miles there and back. And then tomorrow we are heading up Ben Nevis with a nice weather window. Then we're going to head down to Glencoe and do Stob Dubh and one other if we can. And yeah, I'm going to take it on for the ride. Week we're gonna hopefully summit Ben Nevis and hopefully summit Stob Dubh and one other potentially if we can. Weather's been particularly Scottish, so we'll see how we go with the weather windows later in the week. But yeah, at the moment we're just on the trail up on Deerdale, excuse my Scottish, and yeah, it's pretty wet. It's early Feb, so it's going to be pretty wet, but yeah, we'll see how we get on for the rest of the week. Em's on the lookout for pine marten, and we might see some of the deer coming back up from the valley. They'll go down there over the winter and they'll breed after the rut in the autumn, and then as the weather starts to get a bit warmer, they'll start to come back up from down in the valleys up onto the bigger hills here. So we may see some on an early commute, you never know. But yeah, it's essentially a 500 and something metre climb today, so nothing major, before taking on some of the bigger ones that you can see behind us tomorrow and the day after, when hopefully the weather's a bit better. So the clouds have cleared a little bit, but not over the summit of Ben Nevis, which is that one up there. That's what Emma and I will be taking on tomorrow, where hopefully the weather's even clearer than it is today. Today's still a little bit drizzly. But there's a path behind us which is known as the mountain path, which you can see starts down that way and then kicks all the way through until you get up to the top of Ben Nevis there. So that'll be us tomorrow. But at the moment we are just enjoying the views along Deerdale, which kicks up there. There's like an Iron Age fort at the top, which is pretty cool. Em's, where is she? In a hurry ahead of me. She's desperate to see a pine marten, so we'll keep our eyes peeled, but as we come past here we get another good view of Ben Nevis behind me and the Highlands basically. So yeah, we're getting into it. Morning. It is currently coming up to 8 a.m. and we're just seeing the sun rise in the foothills of Ben Nevis. We're starting to climb now. Hopefully be up there about 12ish, half 12ish, and it's looking like it's going to be clear, so it should be a good climb, and we'll see how we feel. We'll keep you updated. We're taking the mountain path. It used to be called the pony track. Now it's called the mountain path. So it's the most straightforward way up Ben Nevis, but in winter, any mountain in the UK isn't as straightforward as you think it is. So when we get to probably about, say, half, 2/3 of the way up, just once we get to the saddle, we'll have to gear up with our crampons, and that's where it'll start to get a bit colder. I'm not wearing a huge amount at the moment because start bold, start cold, because you'll get hot pretty quick when you're going up quite a steep incline. So yeah, we're making good progress. We've got 9 hours of daylight today. It's clear, so it's the perfect day for it really. And yeah, we're doing well. Em's marching forward ahead. He's looking good, and it should be a good climb. But yeah, we'll take you the whole way up so you can see what Ben Nevis looks like on a clear day in early February. So we've got some elevation now. We're kind of up, I don't know, 550, 600 metres or so. Now the wind's picked up, but the views are spectacular. So my top's come back on, but not ready for my down jacket just yet. But yeah, the wind's really picked up. We're in the snow section now, so crampons on. And we're just coming around the shoulder of Ben Nevis now, so getting a bit of sunlight for the first time in a few hours as well. The views are still spectacular, and you can see the sun behind me. So we're approaching about 900 metres now, so 3/4 of the way up. Yeah, feeling good. So moving a bit easier on the snow. Yeah, all well, basically. So we're not far from the summit now. Pretty strong headwind, but we're looking good, feeling good, and the views continue to be outstanding. The summit is just ahead of us here, so round this next shoulder, and one last push and we're there. First climb, onto the second one now. We are very nearly there. Well, we picked an unbelievable day for it. The sky is crystal clear. Beautiful summit on Britain's highest mountain. Highest point in the British Isles. So, a successful day today. We summited Ben Nevis in just perfect conditions. A bit windy, but the view was just spectacular. The air was super clear. We've got an area of low pressure coming in at the moment around the Ben Nevis region, so Glen Nevis region rather, and it just meant that the air was crystal clear. Really brilliant view. So I'm treating myself to some burgers, but I have to keep the towel over the top of it, which is a bit of a fire hazard, but hopefully you can see that because it's fucking cold. So it's going to be sort of lukewarm burgers probably for a bit, and we'll hopefully see how that holds out. But yeah, a fantastic day today. Heading down to Glencoe tomorrow, into the Ballachulish region, onto the Glenative, and head up Stob Dubh and Stob Dubh. And yeah, hopefully there'll be 2 more Munros to add to the bag. I did them last year, so there'll be 2 more for Em. It'll be nice and new. But yeah, successful day and hopefully a successful-ish dinner. Morning team, it's 7:30ish. On our last full day in the mountains. It was pretty cold one last night. You can see my chair nice and frosty. Yeah, pretty cold one in the van last night, but we've got great views up onto the Highlands this morning. So yeah, basically plan today, head down to Glencoe and see if we can try and summit Stob Dubh, and basically wrap up the trip as best we can. But yeah, first order of the day, coffee, and then warm up a little bit and then hit the road. Morning team. So we're just making the first ascent, the first part of the ascent up to Stob Dubh and Stob Dubh, which is in the South Ballachulish region. So you can just see it's basically two peaks, 1, 2-ish there. But we are in the shade, so there's lots of ice, and the temperature's definitely a lot colder than it was yesterday. So we've wrapped up warm, got a windbreaker on. It's quite a strong cold wind, but yeah, hopefully we should get two Monroes done today, which should be a good crack for us. The last day, calves are a bit tight after a week of walking and a big day yesterday also doing Ben Nevis, so we are en route now and we'll keep you updated. So we're commencing the main ascent of Stob Dubh, and it's cold. Not often you'll see me with a hat and a face covering. Testament to how cold it is. Em's doing really well, smashing it. Heading up there, time permitting. So yeah, cracking on. So we're up the first shoulder of it, and the views are really spectacular. Although the wind's picked up quite badly, so we're going to head across the ridgeline over there, and then I'll decide whether we're going to go across the summit ridgeline, which is a little bit narrow. So if this wind stays as it is with quite strong gusts, then I'll pull the pin. But the views from here are outstanding. And this is us summiting, and you snorted as well, summiting Stob Dubh. Well, near it. It's in there.
Finally touched the rock.
Right. There we go, you got your summit. Views spectacular, and no wind as well. Perfect. So this is it, the summit of Stob Dubh, and you are basically just in the middle of just stunning scenery. Everything is just beautiful up here, and the views, the sun, a little bit of wind, not too bad.